Alright guys, this is my new build. It's a Glock Gen 3 19 frame, an Agency Syndicate 2.5. This is their new slide that they just came out with. You can pick one up on Midway USA. A Glock 19 Agency premium grade match grade barrel. Agency comp, 2-port comp. You got 2 ports up here, you got one on each side. I've got a Zev stainless guide rod with an ISMI flat 15-pound recoil spring, a Trijicon SRO, a Agency Magwell, a TLR1 HL. I'm gonna shoot a little bit and then I'm gonna go back to 100 and I'm gonna shoot the giveaway. So hope you guys enjoy this little video. I'm gonna get right to it, I guess. The thing does just hardly any recoil at all. I mean, I thought about having the grip stippled, but I kind of like it the way it is, because, I mean, how often do you get, you know, C Glocks that are built without stippling anymore? I mean, everybody stipples. I did undercut the trigger guard for the Glock knuckle, and then I double undercut it, so my actual where my finger's going to rest. And that's really all I did to the frame, besides I had the Magwell, you know, and the trigger. So, I mean, it points out good. I like the SRO. I think I like the RMR better. I don't know why. It seems like the dot's more red. I don't know if it's just this one or what the deal is, but I mean, this thing just, I mean, you can see the muzzle rise. I mean, there's literally nothing. It's kind of like, well, it's about like firing a 22 mag, I guess. I like the comp. I normally steer clear comps because I don't like how loud they are in an enclosed area, you know. But you know, this gun, I've got other guns for that, so I thought, well, I'm just gonna throw a comp on there. I had a threaded barrel for my suppressor anyway that I was put on it, so I thought, well, I'll just throw the comp on there, and I actually probably won't even mess with suppressing it because I like the comp on there. But I'm really liking this build a whole lot. I carry my Glock 26 that I just put together, like I was saying in the intro. But this thing's a shooting son of a gun, guys. I mean, it really is. I'm pretty happy with the way it is running. I've got a few 147 grain SXTs I'm gonna shoot here in a little bit, just to see how it actually performs with hollow points and being a little hotter. I want to see how this comp runs on it. I'll shoot about 5 more rounds, 10 more rounds out of this, and then I'm going to do the giveaway. I got a couple questions, or I got a couple comments on kind of tips and tricks to shoot longer distance with handguns. Your best bet is just clear your mind. If you can ease your mind and not look at it like you're at, you know, 50 yards or 75 yards or 100 yards, you're going to be a lot better off. If you come up and you shoot, you know, a silhouette target, and say you're standing at 7 yards, you know, 7 to 10 yards, and you're aiming at a small area like that, then you need to work on your trigger control to be able to put most rounds in an area like that. Whenever you can get like that, if you scoot back, aim at one place on your target. Don't aim at your target. Aim at a small, it's the old saying, hit small, miss small, you know. If you know, I mean, like right here, I'm at 50 yards, and I've got my silhouette target down there, and instead of aiming in the center of it, aim at that red circle. Or if you've got, you know, a guy down there, or, you know, an animal or whatever, If you've got it on there, you're not aiming at the shoulder, you're aiming at a spot on the shoulder. You're better off doing it that way. And then also, a couple things you can do to perfect your trigger pull is like if you say you got your gun out, you're ready to shoot, and you know, if you're on range where it's mainly just you and you know, you're lucky enough to be able to do that, or if you're at your house or whatever, sit there, put a dummy round, buy a pack of dummy rounds, and put one round in your hand with 10 rounds or 15 rounds or whatever, and just kind of mix them up and sit there and load them. Don't look at it, and sit there and squeeze off each shot. And whenever you get to that dummy round, no matter how long you've been shooting, no matter how good you are, you'll be surprised if you pull down. Like I did it for my dad several years back whenever I was shooting matches, and he couldn't figure out why he was shooting low and left. And I said, well, you're jerking the trigger, and you're anticipating a recoil, because you kind of do like that because you're wanting to, you know, it's the way your brain works. Your brain wants you to go against recoil, take it, and you're going to anticipate it. If you basically clear your mind of that and just focus on your target and realize your shock's going to come to your arm and it's not going to hurt, especially if you're shooting a 9mm. And if you sit there and you cycle one round, your next round cycles and you're shooting, and then your next round cycles, I guarantee you, if you're having an issue with it, you'll either do that or you'll do that. It's depending on if you're left or right-handed. That's about the only huge thing, that's the biggest thing you can actually do to learn how to shoot a little bit longer distance. You're better off getting good at, say, 10 yards, and then scoot back, erase what you think about your silhouette, like, oh, I bet I can hit that dude, you know, at 50 yards, you know. Think, no, I can hit that little target on 50 yards, and you'll be surprised. And don't concentrate on everything too much. Just ease on the trigger a little bit, and you'll just touch it off. I mean, just like on that orange plate. I mean, you can sit here, and the longer I sit there and concentrate, the longer my dots just going around. But if you just draw up, you look at the dot, and then release the trigger and squeeze, you're gonna miss. If you draw up and you got a happy little, you wait till you see where your dot's riding and you squeeze off, you're gonna be a lot better off. And so you draw up, don't give yourself like 10 seconds to shoot, you know, 10 or 12 seconds to shoot, because you're sitting there gripping a gun, your muscles are working. The longer you sit there and grip, the more you're going to sit there and you know, your hands are going to start shaking and crap like that. But there's a happy medium in there. If you sit there and say, I'm still blowing smoke out. Or maybe it's because it's 37 degrees. If you give yourself a happy medium there and say, all right, 12 seconds is too long, you know, 2 seconds is too short, and a good aiming point, you're looking at 4 to 6 seconds. So if you draw up, you get your dot on the target, and you're sitting there watching it kind of twitch, because it will twitch no matter what, and then ease off, you're going to be a lot more accurate than if, say, you sit here and you draw up, and you're focusing on that target, and I don't know if you can tell my hands, but my hands are starting to shake a little bit more. Then you're liable to miss. Now, if you look like at the head on that target, if you sit here and you're like, okay, I'm gonna shoot the head. Well, then you think, okay, I'm gonna shoot a spot on the head. I think I jerked that one to the left. But if you think, oh, I'm gonna shoot a spot on the head instead of the actual head itself, then you're more than likely going to hit the head. Yeah, I jerked it to the left. That was a crap shot, guys. But there's your head shot. That was whenever I was sighting my SRO in. But you're going to be a lot better off. And, you know, I mean, whenever you get that in, I mean, you can draw up with one hand, you can get your dot on the target and squeeze off. You're going to be a lot more proficient if you can get that trigger pulled down. Like I say, get your dummy rounds, get one dummy round and throw it into a batch of 10 to 15 or 7 or, you know, whatever your mag's going to take. If you're shooting a 1911, you know, a high cap, whatever, and just throw that one dummy round, and you'll be surprised how, no matter how long you've been shooting, it's better if somebody else does it and loads your mag for you if you're out on the range, but you'll be surprised how much more accurate once you realize that you're jerking down. I used to do it to myself, and I did it to my dad. My dad got a little bit mad because he didn't know I was doing it, but he was trying to figure out why, you know, he was jerking down and right. So if I can say anything at all about, you know, helping you shoot long range, I would start at, you know, 7 to 10 yards doing that, and you'll see why. And then just aim for a small dot on the target, and then once you get that perfected, start scooting back to 50 yards. And your main thing is, don't just sit there and just start popping off rounds at the target. You're going to hit it eventually, but you want to be more precise, and that way, you know, you can actually know you're going to hit the orange plate, you know you're going to hit the black plate, you know you're going to hit the silhouette. Aim small, miss small. It's been said for years. That's a huge benefit. Anyway, to you guys that were asking that about little tips and tricks on shooting longer range, that's what I do. And I mean, you know what, this is a Glock 19, and you can do it with any gun. Iron sights, red dot, it doesn't matter. I prefer, honestly, iron sights, but I got really used to this little red dot on this little 26. You know, my little 26 build that I just finished up the other week. And whenever you get used to iron sights, then you switch over to red dot, it's like kind of easy. I mean, to be honest, I mean, yeah, you'll miss if, you know, if you're not aiming right, but it just makes it a little easier lining everything up. But, you know, I mean, this is almost 60 yards, and you give yourself 4 to 6 seconds and you're golden. And if you're lucky enough to shoot on a range where everybody leaves a brass like me, you can do little things that will actually help your accuracy too. Like this 223 round. It's an empty casing, there's nothing in it. Say your target's this big, you want to aim at the smallest area that you can pick on your target. Even if the spot's not there, you know, you just want to aim at that area. So, like, just picture like a dot on a target, even if it's solid black. Just picture that one spot. Keep your target, keep your sights aligned with that, and then touch off, and you'll be good to go. That I don't know where that 223 round went, but it's back there somewhere. Might try to find it real quick. Let's see. I don't know where it's at. There it is. Yeah, see, I mean, that's not too bad. A little off from center, but not horribly bad. But that's what I'm saying, guys. Just aim small, miss small. Shoot your targets. Get a lot of practice, a lot of trigger time. Ease on the trigger. Don't anticipate recoil. You'll have to rewire your brain not to anticipate recoil. I'll tell you that right now. It takes a little bit. Don't get frustrated with it. Just know that it takes a little bit. All right, guys. We're going to do the giveaway now. And we're going to do 100 yards. And we'll do it with my new build on the Glock 19. Whew, looks like we've got Courtney White Cotton at 17 and Michael Coleman on 15, and those are the only 2 comments I got on that, folks. So you guys, I hope you like fishing stuff. We're gonna go down, we're gonna take this undone, and we're gonna shoot this bad boy at 100 yards. See who wins. This is how it's gonna go. Wherever the bullet lands, just like last time, is who wins. Now, we only had 2 numbers this time, so I repeated it a lot. There you go. Make sure my GoPro's on. Good deal. Didn't want to turn it off just in case somebody would think I was cheating. So we'll walk down here. This will probably be the longest part of the video. Then we'll grab 1 round and we'll go back to 100 yards. Not 100 meters, 100 yards, which is, whew. All right, let's see. Make sure I can shoot through. Yeah, that'll be good. I just don't want to hit my truck. I don't want to hit anything like that. Let's see. Now the SRO has a 5 MOA dot, which I'm not, it's 5 or 6, I don't remember. MOA dot, I'm not as fond of it. Anyway, you got your 15s, 17s, and good luck, guys. We get to hiking. All right, we got 1 round. I'll take that. Stick that in there. We're gonna go back to 100 meters, 100 yards. Let's see what it looks like from here. Ooh, that's a small target. Yeah, alright. There, get back here. Get my pulse down a little bit before we start firing this bad boy up. Alright, we're at 100 yards, folks. One shot. Y'all ready? Let's say who we got. Coleman, I think, is 15. Coleman's 15 and White Cotton 17. So here we go, guys. I think I shot right. It felt like I hit high and right, but I don't know. Little pond over there is looking mighty enticing, folks. I'm gonna have to hit that before I leave. Let's see. No, it wasn't too far, right? No. It was 15 at 100 yards. I don't know if you can see that. Let's bring the GoPro. 15 at 100 yards, which was Coleman. Let's make sure. Michael Coleman, you just won some fishing gear, homie. I hope you enjoy it. That was a little deal that I did on my last fishing video. I went in at the very end to see how many people actually watched the whole video through and through. And I told everybody to comment a 2-digit number. And got 2 comments, and one was Coleman and one was white cotton. So awesome job, guys. I appreciate you watching. Awesome. I thank y'all very much. And once again, we'll zoom in on that a little bit. We got I did shoot a little right, but 15 at 100 yards. All right, folks, my washer fluid's low. I'm gonna head over to the pond and do a little fishing. Just finished up at the range shooting my new build. I love that gun. That's awesome. It's slick. Congratulations to Michael Coleman on the fishing gear win. I'm glad you picked that up, buddy. I'm gonna go over here and see if I can't hook into at least one largemouth. I'm tired from hauling steel back and forth to the truck and walking back and forth and everything, but I'm still gonna at least walk around the pond once or twice. Can't not, you know? I mean, whenever you got a gun range and then you got that good looking pond, you gotta at least wet a line, folks. I'm hoping to get some better fishing videos out, more fishing videos. That's kind of why I started this channel in the first place. But the fish stopped biting, so I started putting out more gun videos. And I hope all of y'all enjoy both, because that's the way it's going to go from here on out. Hopefully there'll be more fishing than shooting. Don't know. We'll see. Nothing really new came out at SHOT that I'm overly excited about. Except I am kind of excited about that SIG Spectra comp. That might be kind of cool. Just depends. But I've got a couple dealers looking for it if they get one in. Don't know what it's going to be priced. Maybe outrageous. If it is, I'll stick with a regular one, to be honest with you. But we'll see. And I'll see y'all on the banks.